Caribbean. CaribVision.
It's Wednesday, September 3rd. Own Absalom Gale. Jamaicans are being reminded of their fundamental right to vote, enshrined in the Representation of the People Act 1944. Voting in a government election is a key element of democratic participation and a constitutional right of all eligible citizens. Under Jamaica's electoral framework, general or parliamentary elections are held every 5 years. The country is divided into 63 constituencies, each electing one member of parliament to represent them in the House of Representatives. By-elections in 4 local government divisions in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is also being held on September 3. These divisions are Chancery Hall, Olympic Gardens, Seavright Gardens, and Denham Town. To facilitate voter participations, the law allows employees up to 3 hours off from work during the workday to cast their vote, in addition to their regular lunch hour. However, this provision does not apply to employees who begin work at or after 10 a.m., or those who finish work at or before 2 p.m. on Election Day. Today, September 3, thousands of Jamaicans get to choose who they would like to represent them in Parliament for the next 5 years. Public Relations and Communication Manager at the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, Dania Harper, was a guest on PBCJ's White Matters, and she shared details about what voters can expect at polling stations and what will happen after the polls are closed. Denida Rodney tells us more.
More than 7,000 polling stations were prepared to facilitate voting. We asked Public Relations and the Communication Manager at the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, Dania Harper, what each voter should expect once they get to the polling station and make their votes in secret. She says you should fold and return your ballot paper to the presiding officer.
There is something on the ballot paper called a counterfoil. Now, the counterfoil is the only thing that can trace that ballot paper to you, the voter, right? So at that point, the presiding officer is going to remove that and destroy it so that there is nothing on that paper that can tell us who it belongs to, right? Then the presiding officer is going to ask you to immerse your right index finger into the electoral ink. So once your finger goes in that ink, it means then that you have voted. Once that is through, you simply watch the presiding officer depositing your ballot paper in the box. Once your ballot goes in the box, it means you have voted, and then you may leave the polling station.
So I have the right to watch my ballot go into the box?
Oh, definitely. You should watch to ensure that your ballot actually goes into that ballot box.
She says preparations are in place for persons who make a mistake on the ballot.
If it is that you have made a mistake on your ballot paper, once you're behind the voting booth, you simply refold your ballot paper, take it back to the presiding officer and let the presiding officer know that you have made a mistake and you will receive another one. So the ballot that you got, that you made a mistake on, that is what we call a spoiled ballot, simply because, you spoiled it, right? So that one will not go into the ballot box. It will go into a special envelope for spoiled ballots, and you will receive another one that you can go behind the voting booth and make the correction.
After the polls are closed, the tedious process of counting each ballot begins.
So at 5 o'clock, when the polls have closed, then we'll bring in the counting process. So the presiding officer will open the ballot box and count the votes one by one and allocate them to the candidates. And also, if there are votes or ballots that are rejected, they will also make a note of the ones that cannot be counted for a candidate. So that's what takes place once the polls have closed.
Usually, after a preliminary count on election day, a final count is done the following day by the returning officer and his or her assistant and a representative of each candidate. Reporting for the news on PBCJ, I am Denita Rodney.
The People's National Party has put forward 63 candidates to contest the general elections. Leading the charge for the People's National Party is Mark Golding, the party's president and official candidate for Prime Minister. A seasoned politician, businessman and attorney, Mr. Golding has represented the constituency of St. Andrews Southern since 2017 and previously served as Minister of Justice. His seat is being contested by the Jamaica Labour Party's Carlton Allen. Our reporter Brittany Walker spoke to some of the constituents as they went to cast their vote.
It's a relaxed atmosphere here in the St. Andrews Southern constituency. We're already seeing voters out in their numbers at the polling stations. We're about to see People's National Party candidate Mark Golding.
Don't take your right to vote lightly. Don't be complacent about it. Democracy is fragile and it requires all of us as citizens to play our part. So I appeal to you, come out and vote and cast your X by the party of your choice, the candidate of your choice.
We also paid a visit to Kingston Central, where the Jamaica Labour Party, Donovan Williams, wants another term, and the People's National Party, Steve McGregor, is seeking to get the job.
Let me vote already.
Yeah.
Long time, long time.
So have you voted as yet?
Yes, we vote already. Yeah.
How was the process? How was everything?
Boy, everything I got smooth in a moment.
Well, so good. I wake up and thank God for everything. To see how the place looked this morning. I'm proud because the last two elections, the place never looked like this.
My name is Brittany Walker and I am reporting for PBCJ News.
Jamaica's current Prime Minister and leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Andrew Holness, is seeking a renewed mandate from the people. Dr. Holness, who has led the country since 2016, is campaigning on a platform of continued economic growth, infrastructure development, and national security. His seat is being contested by the People's National Party's Paul Buchanan. We visited the constituency of St. Andrew West Central to get an understanding of what was happening at a few of the polling stations. The St. Andrew West Central constituents were in good spirits as they waited for their turn to make their mark on the ballot.
What's it looking like, sir, at this point in time on voting day?
Well, early, but we have a good amount of people turn out already, and we are expecting to have a big turnout for the day.
You don't know enough people, just come out early, and come down the thing, can't lock the polling station from 3 o'clock, At 1 p.m., East Jamaica set, You don't know, Andrew is doing good, Good for the country, good for the youth, Cut down crime, and tell people, say people can't sleep in the window, want me,
Paul Buchanan, because we want a change. Too much corruption going on in our country, and we need a change in our country. Time come.
I'm voting because, as they rightfully say, time come. I don't care too much for either parties. I'm a Jamaican first and foremost. So whichever party is in power, if you're not performing, you are out.
We also paid a visit to a polling station in the St. Andrew East Central constituency, where the JLP's Davian Vassell and PMP's Dennis Gordon have placed their hat in the race.
Yeah, they must vote and vote for the right thing. Because the country is going good now, so you need to put the X beside the right place.
Today is election day. The ballot boxes are ready, but many Jamaicans remain undecided whether their vote is worth casting. Let's find out what people say.
The reason why I not vote, I'm going to tell you why I not vote. This part me live a die-hearted, so the MP now do nothing, because they get the seat too easy. Simple. And you see, under the taxi world, taxi me drive. Every politician come in, come pressure taxi. So if you don't come show with something, we not vote for none of them.
They're no longer interested in politics, where politics refers to what is going on in our country, how best it can enable us to get better access to things, resources that we need. So I think what needs to be done is the youths that don't know why they have to vote should be educated to tell them that it's not about gang violence or political affiliation. It's about the stuff that the country needs.
No unity, separation and bloodshed. So that no work for me. Me's a straight man and I praise Jah Almighty only. Vain is the help of man and them walk on vain road. So no need for both me go mark no ex.
Most like people must sell them vote. Them say them now get them from politicians. That's why they don't have vote. But me vote still.
From grassroots organizers to first-time contenders stepping out of the private sector, these individuals are challenging the status quo and bringing new ideas and new energy to the ballot. Let's take a look at two of these candidates.
I'm Stacey Knight, attorney at law, educator, mother of two. I am the People's National Party's candidate for St. Andrew Northeastern. This is the constituency where I have lived for all my life. It includes the Barbican and the Waterloo divisions. I decided to enter representational politics because I've lived here and I've seen for the past 28 years the lack of representation for the people of this constituency. I'm not looking for an easy path to Gordon House. I'm looking to become the people's representative, to deliver solutions, to serve the people of this great constituency. When I'm elected Member of Parliament of this constituency, St. Andrew Northeast, one of the first things I'm going to do is to upgrade infrastructure. And I'm talking about infrastructure. This is a road. This is people's pathway to home. It's not paved and hasn't been addressed for a very long time. Also to upgrade the housing stock. People live in homes that are not befitting 21st century, Upper St. Andrew 2025. And it's not that these aren't hardworking people. It's just that the economy doesn't really afford them the opportunity to upgrade their homes for themselves without the assistance of the state. When I become Member of Parliament, everybody will get. So all green people out there, don't worry. When I'm your MP, I will indeed be your MP. I'm going to be the MP for all of St. Andrew Northeastern. My main way to address crime is really to engage people more. You know, they say the devil finds work for idle hands. And if we have more occupied hands in gainful employment, there will be less crime. It's time for responsibility. Representatives who listen to the concerns of the people and respond appropriately. It's time for integrity. Parliamentarians who aren't afraid to report their assets and the assets of their spouses to the Integrity Commission. It's time for governance. For representatives who don't use basic rights like water, electricity, and roads as bargaining chips to look for votes. It's time for harmony, encouraging dialogue among citizens so that development is sustainable. Harmony, not harm. It's time for transparency. Do you know how your constituency development fund was spent? If you don't, then it's not transparent. Those letters spell right. And I'm here to tell you that it's right with Knight. St. Andrew Northeastern, vote Stacey Knight. Jamaica, time come for a better life.
Young people need to stay back and develop their country, and that's the reason why I'm here. I have a private practice that I run, so I'm not here for money. I'm here because I believe I can make the difference. when we look around, we don't see that maintenance has been done on the road network, which has caused it to deteriorate significantly. Unfortunately, the constituents suffer as a result of that. Now, as it relates to employment, I realize that there's a lack of employment. A lot of the younger people are not employed, and I believe that's as a result of them not being trained in order to get the employment that they need. And this is where the second phase will come in, because I believe that we will have art come in, and we will have some of these persons properly trained, because with training comes better employment, and that's one of the next things. The third thing is that we believe that if you look around, there's not even one homework center here. There's not a community center at all for recreation. That needs to change, because when young people are not occupied, they find themselves otherwise engaged in crime and other illegal activities. So those are the three main things that need to be addressed when I take over. Well, if it's a case where people believe that the only way they can resolve their issues is to turn to crime and violence, then that would be a solution for them. So we let them know that we have restorative justice, and we also have mediation, whereby persons can try to resolve their differences through vehicles provided by the state. So that's another aspect. In addition to that, once the community members are united, any individual who steps out of line and turns to a life of crime will be exposed. So it takes the community to expose crime and eradicate crime. So those are the two means by which I believe that crime can be curtailed. That's where checks and balances come in. We want to ensure that whatever dollar, every single dollar that is spent in this constituency is accounted for. And that's why we believe in having audits done, to ensure that whatever we said that we were going to do, that the money was used for that specific purpose and nothing else. People in East Central St. Andrew should vote Davian Vassell, because Davian Vassell is a natural problem solver. I'm a lawyer going on 11 years, and solving problems is what I do. I believe that if persons come to me, that I am better poised to solve their problems. In addition to that, for those who follow me on social media, know that this lawyer has sense, and they'll realize that with Vassell, there is no hassle. Vote Davian Vassell for East Central St. Andrew Member of Parliament.
Time now for the Business Report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive into the top headlines. As the nation readies for its general election today, JLP leader Dr. Andrew Holness says his government will double the national minimum wage from $16,000 to $32,000 on a phased basis. President of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, Catherine Silvera, says the cost of labor remains one of the biggest costs for manufacturers, a sector that currently employs nearly 100,000 workers. She warns that a 100% increase in the minimum wage would negatively affect their operations, while asserting that manufacturers are the backbone of the Jamaican economy. According to Ms. Silvera, companies would be forced to raise prices, further driving up the cost of living. She adds that without strategies to boost productivity, the move intended to help workers could backfire, ultimately hurting both businesses and employees. The Bustamante Industrial Trade Union, BITU, told RJR News that it commends the Jamaica Labour Party for its indication that it will commit to a system of increasing the national minimum wage over the next 5 years if it secures a third term in office. Meanwhile, General Secretary of the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, UCASE, John Levy, told RJR News that he is not opposed to a gradual increase in the minimum national wage, but is calling for consultation to avoid a negative impact on inflation. President of the Jamaica Employers Federation, Wayne Chen, said the JLP's proposal for the national minimum wage should not have come as a surprise, as there has been a consistent pattern of increase over the last few years. But he reiterated that the movement has to be tied to productivity. For the trading period ending September 2, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited, US dollar shares with 7,220,966 units traded, representing 33.30% of market sales volume. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited Jamaican dollar shares with 3,595,066 units traded, representing 16.58% of market sales volume. Alternative energy provider Wigton Energy Limited with 2,544,234 units traded, representing 11.73% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On September 2, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $61.74 million purchased and US $57.75 million sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earned $1.78 per dollar, selling the US at $161.02 and buying the US at $159.24. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders 52 cents per transaction, with selling at $116.48 and buying at $115.96. The British pound yielded Forex traders $10.33 in profits, with selling at $191.10 and buying at $180.77. And that wraps up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.
In regional news, Guyana's President, Dr. Ifraan Ali, says he expects voting trends from Monday's general and regional elections to become clear as ballot counting continues. More than 757,000 people were eligible to vote. 6 political parties contested, with 6 candidates vying for the presidency, including the incumbent President Ali of the ruling People's Progressive Party, Civic, and opposition leader Aubrey Norton of a Partnership for National Unity. The Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM, is posting statements of poll online, but says only official results, expected Thursday, should be trusted. It has also warned against fake results. Both major parties admit turnout was low but remain confident of victory. The Ethnic Relations Commission has described the process as free and fair and is urging calm as counting continues. The country now awaits GECOM's official declaration later this week.
Voters across Guyana turned out for elections many here say could decide the country's future.
I'm looking forward for the best for Guyana.
Since massive offshore oil discoveries, Guyana has become one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Under incumbent President Arfan Ali, the oil boom has already started to reshape the landscape, with new roads, bridges and hospitals being built. Many expect him to secure another term. He presents himself as a steady hand to manage the boom. And his party has traditionally drawn support from the Indo-Guyanese community, the country's largest ethnic group.
Very confident about the victory. You saw the campaign we ran, the numbers speak for themselves. But as I said, sealing the victory is important, and that requires all our supporters to come out and ensure that they seal the victory with their vote.
But many voters say the oil wealth has yet to ease the rising cost of living and distrust the government's ability to share it fairly.
So we need 100% changes in our country. So we're voting for a change.
Ali's main challenger is opposition leader Aubrey Norton, whose support comes largely from the Afro-Guyanese community. He accuses the government of corruption and mismanaging revenues. But the wild card in the race is gold mining businessman Azruddin Mohammed. Despite US sanctions against him and his father for alleged fraud and bribery, his new party has gained traction with younger voters through a savvy online campaign.
Very confident because we have support in all the communities, in the Indian communities, in the African communities, and the indigenous communities in all 10 regions. So I am very confident that we will win these elections with a majority too.
Neighboring Venezuela claims Guyana's oil-rich Essequibo region. Over the weekend, security forces reported a boat carrying election officials came under fire from across the border. But for most Guyanese, the choice is about who can fairly share the new oil riches, while much of the country still struggles with poverty. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera.
In sports, we begin with athletics. Jamaican sprinting legend Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has announced that this month's World Championships in Tokyo will be her final appearance on the track. The 38-year-old, three-time Olympic and 10-time world champion, says she plans to retire after competing in the women's 100 meters. Fraser-Pryce, affectionately known as Pocket Rocket, decided to bow out following last year's Paris Olympics, where an injury forced her to withdraw from the 100 meters final. Despite limited racing this season, she secured her spot at her 9th World Championships by finishing 3rd at the Jamaican trials. She's quoted saying, "I didn't get the opportunity to do what I know I could have done in that moment, and it was hurtful. It was the first time in my career I couldn't step to the line to compete." The Tokyo Championships mark a full-circle moment for Fraser-Pryce, who made her World Championship debut in Osaka in 2007 as a reserve for the 4x100 meters relay. Reflecting on her career, she says it's been remarkable to grow from an unsure young athlete to a confident champion, mother, and role model. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will run in the 100 meters in Tokyo this month, bringing down the curtain on a stellar career that has inspired generations of sprinters. And that's the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBC Jamaica. Thanks for watching.
Because in looking at these nondescript figurines, it could be any race, any culture. But
in the east, there will be an upgraded 4-lane highway from New Amsterdam to Skeldon in Region 6, further providing an impetus for investments.
Just when we lost faith, well, the afternoon session proved to be successful.
It's a rather picturesque little church, and when you looked up, the psalmist said, "I will look up unto the hills, from whence cometh my strength. My help cometh even from the Lord, who hath made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved." So worshipers here did look up to the hills and get some semblance of succor and some idea of God looking down on them.
You are watching CaribVision.
Ready is one of my favorite artists, and it's my favorite song for Benova. So why not be with John Acton?
What do you like so much about today? Right now we're with Junior Ironman Heron. You got a knockout tonight. Were you surprised you got a knockout?
Surprised? Yeah, lasted a lot short.
Coming up, the best of Barbados and more at CaribFesta 15. International interns enjoy breakthrough opportunities. History with a side of salsa. Yes, we're in San Juan. Community programs in Dominica receive a major boost. The home base with all you can ask for. It's all next on this station.
I know with the Ligani, Kingston holding it down. Entertainment lifestyle coming at you. Free this.
Ever since Charlie Black forward out in the music, I always tell the world that I'm multi-talented. I feel it's something where everybody can relate to. You know what I mean? When we just hear the rhythm.
Me doing music for a couple of years now and just start to get certain deals.
Oh, it's Charlie!
Climate change is everyone's business, so you can never be too old or too young to get involved and know what you can do to make a difference.
On the nutrition facts, it ain't in the table, on the side or the back. Take note of the sodium, the sugars and the fats by percent, unless you're on the right track. You feel zoom in on the nutrition facts, it ain't in the table, on the side or the back. Vitamins, minerals, and vitamin 2, 20% and more that good for you. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. Less sugar, less salt intake, and less fat. You feel zoom in.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Jamaica Moves, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, the National Health Fund, and Japan.
Politicians are public servants. Voting is your chance to choose your representative. Your vote is your voice. It's your ticket to the national conversation about our best interests. Your decision at the polls shapes our world. Find out where and how you can vote by contacting the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. Visit their website at www.ecj.com.jm or give them a call at 888-991-8683. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
Jamaica, your vote matters. Election day is just around the corner. Take a stand for what you believe in. Every vote counts. Make yours heard. Let's shape our future together. Vote.
Politicians are public servants. Voting is your chance to choose your representative. Your vote is your voice. It's your ticket to the national conversation about our best interests. Your decision at the polls shapes our world. Find out where and how you can vote by contacting the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. Visit their website at www.ecj.com.jm or give them a call at 888-991-8683. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
As an inner city youth, I'm a duty to know the laws and my rights. These laws affect all our self-interest and safety.
The law says throwing garbage in public places or on other premises without consent will lead to prosecution. I see it online. I know my laws and my rights. Do you? Know your laws. Know your rights. Respect you.
Getting the keys to your own home is a feeling many cannot describe. It's a moment we all hope for, and a dream that all Jamaicans have. The new social housing program is the difference between a dream and reality. The government, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, is building hope, one home at a time.
Attention registered voters! Remember to collect your renewed voter ID card before the upcoming general election. If you registered to vote in 2016 or after and did not get your new ID card, it may have been automatically renewed. Simply visit your EOJ constituency office to collect your voter ID card. Contact the Electoral Office of Jamaica at 888-991-VOTE or 922-0425-9 for more information.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know when they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules that keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
The most common way to vote in Jamaican elections is to present your electoral registration identification card, also known as your voter ID. This is the manual process. Here's a guide on how to use your voter ID on election day. Step 1. Give your name to the presiding officer. Your name will be checked against the voter registration list to ensure you're at the correct polling station. Step 2. Present your voter ID to the presiding officer. Your identification will be verified using an integrity lamp. Step 3. You'll be asked to present your hands. Using the integrity lamp, your fingers will be checked for ink to see if you've previously cast a ballot. There is no heat in this process and the light will not harm you. If you do not have a voter ID, you'll verify your identity via questions and by completing Oath 11, the Oath of Identity. Once the ID process is completed, you'll be issued a ballot. Step 4. The presiding officer will instruct you on how to cast your ballot. Listen carefully as they explain how to mark, fold, and return the ballot paper. You'll be told the number of candidates, names of candidates, and the symbols representing each candidate. Step 5. Go behind the voting booth, mark an X beside the symbol of the candidate of your choice using the pencil provided. Do not use a pen, marker, or crayon to mark the ballot paper. A pencil will be provided for you in the voting booth. Only place one X on your ballot. Do not write your name, affix your signature, or draw any other symbol. Step 6. Return your ballot paper folded in the manner instructed. Be careful. If you expose your mark, your ballot will be declared spoiled. The presiding officer will call out the serial number on your ballot paper for it to be recorded. The counterfoil containing the serial number is then removed. Nothing on the ballot paper can be traced to you. Your vote is secret. Step 7. You'll be asked to dip your right index finger in the electoral ink. Step 8. Watch as the presiding officer deposits your ballot paper into the ballot box. That's it. You've successfully cast your vote.
Your vote is your voice. Make it count by understanding your ballot. The presiding officer will instruct you on how to cast your ballot. Listen carefully as they explain how to mark, fold, and return the ballot paper. You'll be told the number of candidates, names of candidates, and symbols representing each candidate. Mark an X beside the symbol of the candidate of your choice using the pencil provided. If you're unsure about any part of your ballot, ask a poll worker or visit the Electoral Commission of Jamaica's website at ecj.com.jm. Remember, understanding your ballot ensures your vote is counted exactly as you intend.
Jamaica's agriculture is on the move and the world is watching. This September, discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
The National Family Planning Board now presents a parenting tip from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Men are what their mothers made them.
PBCJ's Studio National is an excellent soundstage with a reputation for producing superior acoustics. Equipped with blue and green screens, it facilitates digital insertion of visual effects and exciting backgrounds in post-production. Studio National is the largest drive-in studio in the English-speaking Caribbean. Yes, you can actually drive a vehicle right onto the studio floor. With over 4,000 square feet of floor space, the studio can easily be transformed. It has hosted a wide variety of live and recorded productions, including Digital Rising Stars, Schools Challenge Quiz, gospel concerts, the TEF Tourism Debate Competition, and election night coverage. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was a location for Reggae Sumfest and has hosted several reggae concerts, has hosted workshops, launches, town hall meetings, and over the years has been home to several TV dramas, including Oliver at Large and Lime Tree Lane. In addition to the rental of the studio, we can furnish a full crew to shoot and edit your production. So for your next major live or recorded event, or as a location to shoot films, programs, and commercials, PBCJ's Studio National is your best option. For smaller productions, you can book our more compact studio, Studio B. For bookings, call 876-665-7225 or email prod_pbcj@pbcjamaica.org.
Did you know that reading is for everyone? Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone looking to expand your horizons, reading is for you. Reading expands knowledge, improves focus and concentration, enhances vocabulary, and serves to unlock your creativity. So make time for reading every day. Let's make reading a habit for a smarter, healthier, and more successful life. For reading is for everyone.
Jamaica's agriculture is on the move and the world is watching. This September, discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
Remember, gambling is just a game. Choose to gamble responsibly. Set a budget, avoid chasing losses, and stop gambling when you reach your money limit. For gambling help, call RISE 888-991-4146. A message from the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission.
Hey Jamaica! The general elections are constitutionally due in September 2025. Your voice matters, but voter turnout has been low. Let's change that. Get informed, get engaged, and go out and vote. Together, we can make a difference.
Attention registered voters! Remember to collect your renewed voter ID card before the upcoming general election. If you registered to vote in 2016 or after and did not get your new ID card, it may have been automatically renewed. Simply visit your EOJ Constituency office to collect your voter ID card. Contact the Electoral Office of Jamaica at 888-991-VOTE or 922-0425-9 for more information. Attention registered voters! Remember to collect your renewed voter ID card before the upcoming general election. If you registered to vote in 2016 or after and did not get your new ID card, it may have been automatically renewed. Simply visit your EOJ Constituency office to collect your voter ID card. Contact the Electoral Office of Jamaica at 888-991-VOTE or 922-0425-9 for more information.
Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want we country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public while on the road to republic. Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
Most major illnesses that affect Jamaicans are caused by unhealthy lifestyles. Over 50% of Jamaicans are overweight. 1 in 3 Jamaicans has high blood pressure. 1 in 8 Jamaicans has diabetes. 17% of Jamaicans have high cholesterol. A healthy lifestyle can reduce the risk of most of these diseases. Things like regular exercise and adequate rest can play an important role in maintaining good health. The other major consideration is eating healthy. The question is, how do you walk into a restaurant or fast food outlet and identify the healthier menu items? Better For You is an initiative to help Jamaicans to eat healthier. Restaurants and fast food outlets can voluntarily participate by identifying the items on their menu that meet the food-based dietary guidelines for Jamaica. These menu items would be easily identified with the Better For You logo, so customers can quickly identify healthier meal options by looking at the menu or menu board. Once they see the Better For You logo, they can confidently order that menu item, knowing that it's a healthier choice. Better For You will help Jamaicans to make better choices and prompt restaurants to add better options to their menu. Better For You is better for everyone. Good health begins with better choices.
As an inner city youth, I'm a duty to know the laws and my rights. These laws affect all our self-interest and safety.
The law says throwing garbage in public places or on other premises without consent will lead to prosecution. I see it online. I know my laws and my rights. Do you? Know your laws. Know your rights. Respect you.
Hey Jamaica, the general elections are constitutionally due in September 2025. Your voice matters, but voter turnout has been low. Let's change that. Get informed, get engaged, and go out and vote. Together, we can make a difference.
Jamaica's agriculture is on the move, and the world is watching. This September, discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
As an inner city youth, I'm a duty to know the laws and my rights. These laws affect all our self-interest and safety.
The law says throwing garbage in public places or on other premises without consent will lead to prosecution. I see it online. I know my laws and my rights. Do you? Know your laws. Know your rights. Respect you.
PBCJ's Student National is an excellent soundstage with a reputation for producing superior acoustics. Equipped with blue and green screens, it facilitates digital insertion of visual effects and exciting backgrounds in post-production. Studio National is the largest drive-in studio in the English-speaking Caribbean. Yes, you can actually drive a vehicle right onto the studio floor. With over 4,000 square feet of floor space, the studio can easily be transformed. It has hosted a wide variety of live and recorded productions, including Digital Rising Stars, Schools Challenge Quiz, Gospel...
The pre-independence years between 1944 and 1962, the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party alternated power, with the JLP winning in the first election in 44. They repeated in 49. Then the two-term syndrome kicked in, the PNP winning in 55 and 59.
Post-independence, 1962 to present day, both parties have had significant wins, with the PNP dominating the 1970s to early 2000s and the JLP gaining strength in recent years. Notably, the PNP won in 1972, 1976, 1989, 1993, 1997, 2002, very impressive sequence, and then in 2011.
While the JLP won in 62, 67, and then that most infamous year, we will never forget it, those of us who lived through it, October 30, 1980, marking the most violent election in our young country's history. The JLP also won in 2007, 2016, and 2020.
Today, September 3, 2025, this general election is crucial for various reasons. Firstly, the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, on the cusp of becoming a superstar among JLP leaders. Well, he's a superstar already, but he has the chance to win 3 consecutive elections. He's already been sworn in 3 times as Prime Minister, but if he does get sworn in a 4th time, it will be because he has led the JLP to 3 consecutive election wins, making him only the 2nd Jamaican Prime Minister to achieve this feat after Percival James Patterson.
Secondly, it will be significant. The PNP, led by Mark Golding, is pushing for a new direction, citing its 2024 local government election performance as proof of regaining credibility with the Jamaican people.
This election focused on many things, among them the issue of economic growth, development of infrastructure, and the management of crime, which the JLP have shown in their book of achievements. The PNP, meanwhile, has emphasized economic inclusion, housing, healthcare, and reforms to education.
This election will also be decided in approximately 20-25 marginal seats or swing seats, with the key battlegrounds in western parishes, including St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, as well as Manchester, Clarendon, and St. Catherine. Tonight, we'll have for you comprehensive analysis with public commentator Dr. Nadine Spence to my immediate left. To her immediate left, Kevin O'Brien Chang, also public commentator.
We also have with us social and cultural commentator Wayne Chen. We have senior journalist Desmond Richards and associate professor in the Department of Political Science and Policy Studies at Elon University in the United States, Dr. Damian Blake.
And of course, Blue Dot, our pollsters, are with us. Chief Consumer Insights Officer at Blue Dot, you know her now, Janae Stevens-Taylor. Blue Dot and consulting lead data scientist,
Night Sky Data, Jahail Smith. They will help us to not only crunch the numbers, but also call the election. Janae Stevens-Taylor, what can we expect from you tonight?
Good evening, everyone. From us tonight, we're bringing you the numbers. Simply put, we know that once voting wraps at all of the polling stations, counting will begin. And the Blue Dot Gizada staff smart board is how we're going to share those counts with the audience. And it's very interactive. So let's say we want to know what is going on in Northern Trelawney. We tap on Northern Trelawney. It's going to show us the total number of votes that have been registered for each of the candidates in that constituency. What you're seeing on screen now was from the previous general elections in 2020. So we have the board here that we now need to fill up for 2025. It is blank. It is not shaded any colors because we are patiently waiting for that data to start coming in from the EOG. And that's just one part of what we have to do. We also have our consulting data scientist here tonight, Jahail Smith. You're going to hear from him in a short while. But Jahail is allowing us to up the ante in terms of the analysis that we're going to be sharing with the audience. First of all, we're going to be able to really harness the power of the historical election data to be able to identify those key seats. You mentioned them in your introduction, Cliff, but those are those seats that are really keen to watch tonight, and we'll show you the results in those seats as they come in. We'll also be able to zero in on our weather vane seats, Cliff, from our poll. We know what they are, and to remind the rest of the audience who may not be aware, these are Western St. Mary, Southeast St. Elizabeth, Southwest St. Elizabeth, and we've been able to identify these because they vote with the winner every time. That we got from the historical data. So we're going to be using all of that information to really share comprehensive insights and follow the numbers as the boxes are counted and closed.
And Jahail, you're going to be producing for us tonight a predictive model. Tell me about that modeling.
Right, so the history can only get us so far. We must look forward, and to look forward and predict, we have used the latest Blue Dot poll to augment the historical facts in order to come up with predictions and projections for seats. And so we're looking forward to see what can happen tonight as the counts come in.
Thank you, Jahail. And we also have a panel of youngsters, yes? The politics is such now that oldsters like me have to give way to the youngsters, the new value system and dynamics that's emerging in the society. And part of that panel tonight, no stranger to us here at Nationwide, Saeed Bernard. Good evening, Saeed.
Good evening, Cliff. How are you? Hope
Good.
Everyone is well. Well, on this side, we are here and ready. The young people, they call us. As Cliff would say, the old is handing over to the youngins. Millennials. Well, let's see. Millennials. Well, I am Saeed Bernard, and of course, to my left is Suel Anglin, a public commentator. And to her left is Joshua Atkins, another young man who is here willing and ready to share his views on what the elections have meant to him, what has he seen, what she has seen as well, coming up to September 3rd, and how they think it will play out. What were the calling factors? What pushed the young people to go out and vote? Cliff, I can tell you, while social media, tweeting and tattling does not count as a vote, we sure have seen a lot more young people coming out, at least from the social media, to say that they have been voting. Well, let's see if it makes a difference on September 3rd, 2025, today, this evening. Right back at you, Cliff.
Thank you. And we should also introduce to you Dr. Damian Blake, Associate Professor at Elon University. He will be joining the panel as well as Ronaldino McLean. Ronaldino McLean, he is an undergraduate student of political science and economics at Vassar College in New York. And on Zoom, we are going to be having well-known author and social and cultural commentator, Mr. Wayne Chen. Wayne, are you there? No? No sign of Wayne yet, but Wayne will be joining us. And of course, Sandre Roden will be alternating with Saeed Bernard. George Davis, you have been talking about your new surroundings, your set, yeah? tell us about it. And I hear we have something called augmented reality, AR, tonight.
Yes, indeed. So I must, the viewers may be wondering why.
Oh, there it is, augmented reality. Oh, see them there?
The millennials and the thing are gonna laugh at you.
Side, you can't see from here. You have to look at the screen up there to see. Yeah, but so this is.
So you need to explain to us what is augmented reality with these two men.
So let me start with the set first. I mean, it's spacious. It's airy. It is the most modern television studio anywhere in the Caribbean. English speaking, francophone, Spanish speaking. Anywhere in the Caribbean you go and walk into a television studio, there is none that can touch this with a barge pole, and you know barge poles are long. We have all the technology here to make us a cut above the rest, and then when you put the talent that we have on top of it, it's almost a guaranteed thing. The augmented reality is a virtual feature. Now, Cliff wanted us to be able to talk to Andrew Holness or Mark Golding, depending on how the election goes, but we're not quite there yet, but we're going to get there eventually. But what will happen is that the figures you see, the gentleman standing on the stage later will be the winner. So we'll be able to project that image of Mark Golding or Andrew Holness in the way that we've displayed here as the evening grows old and the picture becomes clear in terms of where most Jamaicans have cast their ballots on this day of our Lord, September 3, 2025.
There are the two main contenders for power tonight, yeah? Mark or Andrew. Also, there's another element to the set, yes?
Yeah.
That I hope our director is ready for us. If we were to say the JLP's candidate in central Manchester,
Rhoda Moy Crawford,
has won.
Yes.
Has retained her seat.
Yes.
What will happen?
Well, what will happen is that Rhoda Moy Crawford, well, we'll
there
have...
it goes. Yes. You notice what is happening? It's turning green.
The lights.
Yes.
The lights. So if you look at under the Revo TV sign, because I know some of you maybe, there's so many colors, so it's hard to pick up, Cliff. So look at the studio. That's it. The lights all around have turned green, and that indicates that a seat has been called for a JLP candidate. Clearly, if the seat is orange, then the lights will be orange. So we have that added feature to jazz up the production that we're presenting.
There
and look,
it is.
You talk about the power struggle. There's the orange light. You talk about the power struggle, Cliff. I'm going to go one further to say that given that this is our debut show from what will be our home set, it's also an announcement to our rivals, the traditional TV powers, that we're coming for you. We have the talent, we have the technology, and we are coming. Usurp means to seize wrongfully. We won't usurp you because it's nothing that we're seizing wrongfully. We're coming to overthrow. And this is a message this evening. This is a democratic country. I exercise my democratic right today. Let me speak democratically. I'm sending a message that we are here and we're coming for the throne. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to take our first break. It is just about, what time is it?
It's 6:45.
5:45. We should start having some early results in another 15-20 minutes, okay? But let's take the first break. And of course, tell you, we're coming to you on Revo TV, yes? Right here, Revo TV, nationwide, election coverage, race to 32 on Revo TV. And of course, Revo, George, tell us about Revo.
Yeah, RevoNews.ai, that's the main portal, the website. The Revo app is also available through the popular places, the App Store and the Google Play Store. Revo is revolutionizing how you digest your news content, how you consume content. It is AI doing what you've seen AI in other people's videos doing. We are the first to introduce it. It's one of the kind in this hemisphere. Nobody can touch this, again with a barge pole, and it just makes the news offering so much interactive. Rather than being on a physical website, clicking away, clicking this, clicking that, you can ask Revo to read the news for you in the voice of Cliff Hughes. Soon we'll be adding other of your favorite journalists to read each news story for you. If you want some history, you say, okay, Revo, tell me about Hurricane Charlie in 1950. It can do that. If you say, Revo, tell me about what happened with Louis Galdi in that famous earthquake in in Jamaica. It can tell you what happened to Louis Galdi and how he survived, how the sea swallowed him up and spat him out. If you say, okay, how many people died in Hurricane Gilbert? What time did Hurricane Gilbert start affecting Jamaica in 1988, September 12? It can tell you that. It is revolutionizing the way you consume information. It's revolutionizing the way you learn, and it's giving you another tool to guide your youngsters and train them up in the right way, to tell them that being an intellectual is cool.
Okay, we're going to go to our first break. This is the Race to 32.
Discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
The National Family Planning Board now presents a parenting tip from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Men are what their mothers made them.
PBCJ's Student National is an excellent soundstage with a reputation for producing superior acoustics. Equipped with blue and green screens, it facilitates digital insertion of visual effects and exciting backgrounds in post-production.
And running into each other into turn 3.
Thinking came up on me.
Tires are going to be gone, huh?
He wants.
Right. Looking for his second World of Outlaws victory of the season to go along with a win at the 81 Speedway in Wichita, Kansas, as we come back to the green flag.
Criminals hated him. Informants trusted him. He has shot many a bad guy.
The operations at the landfills are plagued by the unreliability of an aging fleet, resulting in frequent breakdowns.
And we already knew that something was wrong because we knew that the baby was in distress just based on the color of the water when my water broke.
In today's video, I'm sharing with you all a very easy recipe for Arabian rice.
Now I'm gonna try to wrap this like how the Chinese wrap it. You make a pleat and you just keep
Place your sauteed aromatics and start mixing to combine.
So give that a mix. Mix until it's properly incorporated.
Their engineers and technical teams are working continuously to restore services as quickly and safely as possible. At the same time, they are cooperating fully with law enforcement authorities to ensure those responsible are identified and prosecuted, and they apologize to their customers for the disruption.
Yeah, confirming that acts of sabotage have compromised the internet service. Wayne, I understand that the Director of Elections has taken your chair. The Director, good evening, Glassfold Brown.
Good afternoon to you and your listeners.
Based on the reports from your team, how was today?
There were some challenges, but if you assess us in terms of all the criteria that you use to assess a good election, I think we did a good job.
And the pace of voting so slow, how could you end up describing it?
There's some issues in it. There were some issues in the pace. We are going to do the assessment and to look at all the factors that would have contributed. But one of the major factors, Cliff, that would have contributed, a number of our persons continue to come to the polling station without their renewed ID card. And you had to go through a longer process in terms of taking the loan, etc., etc. And what you find also, a normal person turn up very early in the morning, and it creates a little pressure on the system. If you went to most of the police station after 2 p.m., is that easy walk through the police station? So all that in terms of the orderliness that would have been good for us in the morning was not there.
So
but as I said, we are doing our assessment in terms of what transpired today, and then we'll review it, and then we'll see where we would have gone wrong.
You have been pointing out, Mr. Director, throughout the day that if people are in line at 5 o'clock, they will be allowed to vote. Yes? Tell me, what is your report in terms of polling stations going beyond 5 o'clock? Have you had several of those polling stations opening beyond 5 o'clock to help those people who have been inconvenienced, who were in line?
Everybody that was in line at 5 p.m. were allowed to vote. Certainly based on our data, by 6 o'clock, a little bit after 6, most police stations were closed.
Were closed, but they were in a position and continued to facilitate people well into the evening, none after 6 o'clock, is a question I'm asking. Because we're getting reports from people who are saying it is taking them an hour and a half. Oh, we lost him. Sorry about that.
All right, so I'm trying to do a tally here of some numbers because I'm getting more numbers out of Central Manchester. And I think I have, 6 PDs now out of Central Manchester. And to give the complete picture, I might have to go through the 6 again. So PD 24A, Rhoda Crawford 39, Donovan Mitchell 59. PD 33, Crawford 101, Mitchell 42. PD 16, Crawford 71, Mitchell 68. PD 66, Crawford 97, Mitchell 61. PD 13A, Crawford 33, Mitchell 92. PD 13B, Crawford 27, Mitchell 95. PD 51, Crawford 56, Mitchell 36. PD 36, Crawford 85, Mitchell 47. PD 65, Crawford 55, Mitchell 66. PD 101A, Crawford 31, Mitchell 77. PD 26, Crawford 86, Mitchell 45. PD 102, Crawford 23, Mitchell 75. PD 101B, Crawford 29, Mitchell 70. PD 18, Crawford 62, Mitchell 44.
So, George, the question is, our viewers can't add up those, you know.
So why you not add them?
Me can't add them.
All right, you want to do the numbers and add them for you? I can't do it. I'm going to tally them. I was hoping that your interview with the director carried, so I'd get the chance to tally the numbers. I can also
we need to know what they mean.
Yeah, but hold on, Cliff. I can also give an update on Central Kingston. Fret not, our listeners are very bright people and viewers. Let me do Central Kingston again because I've gotten some more information. So PD 45, Williams 34, McGregor 1. PD 54, Williams 102, McGregor 8. PD 58, Williams 116, McGregor 5. PD 57, Williams 181, McGregor 8. PD 55A, Williams 103, McGregor 9. PD 55B, Williams 115, McGregor 4. Across these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PDs, McGregor has not gotten more than 9 votes in any of the 9 PDs. And Williams' scores, 34, 102, 116, 181, 103, 115. So Williams is poaching a big lead before the expected flood of McGregor boxes in the PDs coming.
Jenny, can we turn to you at the smart board? Any numbers yet? Oh, the internet has affected us here. Yes, we have no internet here, and it's really affecting our ability to tabulate and to really make use of the smart board.
Here's what I'm going to do. I think we should throw to Sondre and his panel, and then we have a chance to tally what we have so far based on the traditional way we get information as journalists.
Yes.
So Sondre Roden is on point, and he's hanging with 2 of his friends. Sondre, I guess the question to ask is the pain points that to this minute are frustrating people in line at polling stations to vote. How do you suggest that the EOJ conquer a problem that has bedeviled elections of the past?
Well, that's a good point, George, and it's good to be here with all our viewers and listeners. With me, I have Suel, that has been here with us from earlier, and Dekar Diego, a very interesting name, if I may say so myself, and he's here as well as a part of Jade. I heard Cliff talking earlier with the director of elections, and the director of elections said it was a good day, but I have my concerns, George. I was in line for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, in line for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And that is concerning. That's concerning to me. That's concerning to other persons that I heard about in different spaces in Trelawney, etc., that had similar circumstances. And that in and of itself is a challenge. So, Suel, how do we fix this?
I mean, I think it has to be a multi-pronged approach. I think, and when I went to vote this morning, I also had some issues with the fingerprinting thing. I kept printing it. They had to wipe it with alcohol. Like nothing they did worked until all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just started working. So I think going into these things, we need to make sure that things are prepared. And I know when it comes to electronics, the least thing can throw things off. So I think we need to be testing these machines way before we go into the actual day. I think some of the other things that I heard people talking about too was that a lot of the workers weren't really aware of the process. So I'm not sure what the training that went into, you know, the day happening. So I think there are lots of things that were at play, and I think just the little details, like just little comfort things that we can do. You know, if we know that there's a station where the inside is small, so people will be gathering outside a lot. You know, maybe add a little tent, you know, some chair, just like, you know, just little things that we can do to, even if you have to wait a long time, at least I'm sitting down, you know, at least it's a little shade. So I'm not just standing in the sun. So I think there's lots of little detailed things that we can do where even if the technology part of it is failing, at least people are comfortable waiting.
Well, I was standing in the sun. Diego, what would you say to the EOJ about the long wait that some people would have had to experience?
Right, so I think, speaking from experience, what I experienced today, I went to the polling station, and something that I noticed is that there are a lot of elderly persons at the stations. A challenge is that there isn't enough persons there to assist them in getting their ballots, space, as she said, to sit. These are some of the issues that they had. So I think there needs to be a suitable amount of persons allocated to assist these kind of persons, because we talked about younger persons in terms of, you know, the process for them, but we also need to look at the older persons who in some instances make up the majority of the voters. So we need to I think allocate spaces for them, be it personnel, seating areas, the technology also to assist them in getting their votes a bit quicker, because the thing is, they're not as technologically inclined as us, younger persons, so there's a greater challenge for them. So in terms of maneuvering, moving into the polling stations, the long wait lines, the longer process and that kind of stuff, I think needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I think I had similar challenges as it relates to older folks as well. I had a number of them in the line where I was, and there was no seating arrangement there. And of course, I listened to the worker from the EOJ telling every single person at she took her time to read the instructions. When I went in, I said to her, please do not read me the instructions. I just need to vote and leave. I've been here too long. But a question I have for you, starting with you, Diego, what issue or what 3 issues stood out for you in this election that made you think, this is the party I would choose to give my vote?
All right, so my issues really stemmed from policy. So I looked at 3 fronts. Literally as debate happened, so the social issues, the economics, and then the general look at the leadership in terms of the organization of the party. So in terms of like policy, currently I wouldn't say I'm formally employed, but in terms of the income tax threshold, how the finances of the country is being managed, the proposals going forward for the financial stability of the country. That's something that I thought was very important. And then secondly, looking at the social aspect of it, you know, how persons go about in daily lives, how we interact with each other. That's something I think needs to have more focus, especially when you look at like in schools, how kids are interacting with each other. We have like, you know, well, not as much as post-COVID or pre-COVID, where you had a high amount of violence in schools. That's something that needs to be looked at. So the education parts, the social and education, how that intertwines. And then like on the leadership, not specifically the leader of the party, but the structure of the party, which party seemed more organized. That's something that I took into consideration, you know.
So on the leader, before you continue, the statutory declarations, you know, that point was a pain point for the Jamaica Labour Party as relates to leadership, and the PNP harped on that point throughout the season. Did that affect you in your thought process?
For me personally, it did, because I think as a leader of any democratic country, you need to convince the people, because actually first point, people inherently see politicians as corrupt, right? Either way you look at it. So they ask the regular persons, they might not care, because they might say, you know, them say him corrupt, but you know, it might also corrupt, but more covert with it. So I think, especially as a leader of a country, that's something that needs to be addressed. I mean, the Prime Minister said that he's not under any investigation, he has not been charged with anything, and so on and so forth. So, but still, it's in the media, persons are very attentive to it. So I think the People's National Party pointing that out successively leading up to the leadership debate, I think was fair game.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. We're going for a quick break, and of course when we are back we'll have a lot more. It's the race to 32, and we're here eager. I think Saeed said pollsters, politicians and voters, but I think the media may be a little bit more eager to get the results. So stick with us right here on the race to 32.
Jamaica's agriculture is on the move, and the world is watching. This September, discover how sustainable agribusiness, global reach, local impact is transforming our future. At JAIF 2025, the Jamaica Agribusiness Investment Forum, explore financing opportunities, forge powerful partnerships, and connect with global markets ready for Jamaican products. Join us in Montego Bay, September 17 to 19, and plant the seed that will take your agribusiness to the next level. Register today at agribizjamaica.com. Let's grow Jamaica's agricultural future together.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know we're there. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
Send the something and come back. Back to sender. God, I thank you so much.
Miracles await and miracles abound. Tune in every Sunday at 7 a.m. for your share of the Miracle Revival Hour with Reverend Dr. Blair. Come for the word, stay for the worship, right here on PBCJ.
Miracle worker, work one for me.
Join us as we navigate this interwoven landscape, discovering how every portfolio and agency under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation play a crucial role in national development, from housing to land. NWC, why I don't have any water in my tap? To infrastructure and investment, so the government is not giving away any asset.
No, Dini.
All right.
Not at all.
Let's unravel the threads of success as we explore the MEGJC matrix.
Greet the Sabbath day with bliss and an open heart. Join the People's Station for the Andrews Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church service every Saturday at 9 a.m. on PBCJ.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know we're there. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
The National Family Planning Board now presents a parenting tip from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Men are what their mothers made them.
PBCJ's Studio National is an excellent soundstage with a reputation for producing superior acoustics. Equipped with blue and green screens, it facilitates digital insertion of visual effects and exciting backgrounds in post-production. Studio National is the largest drive-in studio in the English-speaking Caribbean. Yes, you can actually drive a vehicle right onto the studio floor. With over 4,000 square feet of floor space, the studio can easily be transformed. It has hosted a wide variety of live and recorded productions, including Digital Rising Stars, Schools Challenge Quiz, gospel concerts, the TEF Tourism Debate Competition, and election night coverage. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was a location for Reggae Sumfest and has hosted several reggae concerts, has hosted workshops, launches, town hall meetings, and over the years has been home to several TV dramas, including Oliver at Large and Lime Tree Lane. In addition to the rental of the studio, we can furnish a full crew to shoot and edit your production. So for your next major live or recorded event, or as a location to shoot films, programs, and commercials, PBCJ's Studio National is your best option. For smaller productions, you can book our more compact studio, Studio B. For bookings, call 876-665-7225 or email prod_pbcj@pbcjamaica.org.
BGLC, the regulatory body. We regulate, you play without worry. We regulate, you play. BGLC, fair play when you play. For the fun of the game, you know where they are. BGLC, keep it fair for the player. You play the game and we are the rules setter. Keep everything fair so the game play better. The Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission. We ensure fairness, integrity and responsible gaming practices. Keep the game fair and fun for everyone. We regulate, you play.
Come with us to Lime Tree Lane, where life is sometimes sour, but sometimes sweet.
Oh, I was in the bar yesterday, trying to convert over two man, and my hand make mistake and bungs down them drinks. And the other one said to me, why if you right enough and you cut it off, boss? And same time, the two of them just hold me down and cut the hand.
Have a laugh and settle into Lime Tree Lane. Join us Mondays to Fridays at 7 a.m.
And when
Haiti to Anguilla, Trinity to Guyana, Brazil to Argentina. Oh, Europe straight to Asia, Afrobeat take over, powers from we mother. Oh, the time has come, musical invasion, straight from the motherland. Got to move it, music sweet, got to move it, Afrobeat, got to move it, music hot, got to move it, taking the vibes on top. Sure. Yeah, 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 oh. 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 Got to move it, music sweet, got to move it, Afrobeat, got to move it, music hot, got to move it, taking the vibes on top. Yeah, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 oh.
Other artists representing Barbados go by the name of Izzy. And he has a song to present to the world. And this song is a peace song because it's not only for Barbados, but it is for the world. Name of the song is No More War. So to the world, I present this song to you.
Barbados. The war thing done, war kingdom. Make big money party and have fun. Ride out the bike, span the back, y'all sit down. Love to see the get a youth a link up. Smoke some stinking weed and drink up. No more war, no more chop up and scar. Put your cup in the air like the bikes, the wheels up. Put down the matic and rise the income. No more war, no more cut up and scar. Everybody feel it, believe it, can't hold a vibe in peace. Steps and back, now stop cry, another breaking news. More ambulance and police siren. We no want no more funeral, no more black pants and shirt. Could they be the 40 cal? Now make the trigger finger work, he work. The youths are the future. Have to respect, get a youth, yeah. They make a step figure squash the dispute, yeah. Real killy turn conscious youth, yeah. And everybody's striving. Man know if he's surviving. That's the right thing. Love to see the get a youth a link up. Smoke some stinking weed and drink up. No more war, no more chop up and scar. Put your cup in the air like the bikes, the wheels up. Put down the matic and rise the income. No more war, no more cut up and scar. Make peace rain like the 4-5 and knock. Burn out the war like the fire from the Mach 10. Real bad people no do acting. Save up the money and stack them. Enough real generals we know. Enough drop out from a little and a grow up. Do enough things when nobody don't know. Out a road cold like snow. The government not change it, so we have to rearrange it. Brother, heal, brother, life are the realest. Up a country and town link up. Smoke some stinking weed and drink up. up, no more war. No more chop up and scar. Put your cup in the air like the bikes, the wheels up. Put down the matic and rise the income. No more war. No more cut up and scar. Red zone, red to scare them talk life. Chopper 6-4, Pine, Ivy Flex right 4 row 6 road, LVT, St. John, Church Village, North, South, East and West, Barbados, we are the best.
Is this DJ Cassidy's house?
Sure is. Everyone will be there later.
Big ass house. Cassidy! There he is. Your house guest is here. Yo. Man, he's like he's dead tired. I think he's dead. Dead?
Party people in the place.
DJ Cassidy.
We really rockin' now, Shag.
You know the two bandit them there,
It's a celebration.
Raven.
Yeah. Your man don't treat you like a lady. You've been together too long. And life's getting kinda boring. And the days seem long. So while he lay there sleeping, you're texting me in bed.
Hey girl.
You say you want some excitement. You'd rather me instead.
Let's go.
If you like pina colada, making love in the rain, skinny dipping in the ocean, pampered and entertained. If you like making love at midnight, this can be so insane. Then I'm the man you should look for. Come with me and escape, escape.
Yeah, you know. I wanna go sit to her, you know. Cause singer you don't tell her already, you know. But she will be book up on the island, boy, you know what I mean? But me say to her now.
Sing on.
Yo! Girl, I got the thing for make you feel alright. Hey. It's a love for wrinkle up your sheet all night. Oh. Spending time with me is simply paradise. Oh. Coconut lover, that good island right. Cause, hear me now, darling. Just know you book up on a Prince Charming. Love under the boot till early morning. I know your body needs some overall.
If you like pina colada, making love in the rain, skinny dipping in the ocean, pampered and entertained. If you like making love at midnight, oh yeah, this can be so insane. Then I'm the man you should look for. Come with me and escape, escape.
Now when things turn up in the middle night, top scorer you fin know semi triple tight. Love explosion when me launch this and miss a ride. Inna the rain when it barely a drizzle light. She just a full joy. This vacation gave her a open invitation. Late night stroking, conversation, bathtub soaking, sexy occasion.
Smooth it out.
And this ain't good, huh?
It's a party in paradise.
DJ Cassidy, Raven, Shaggy, watch out.
If you like pina colada,
oh, you mean?
Making love in the rain, skinny dipping in the ocean.
Yo, you look like you're having a good time. Yowie!
Midnight, this can be.
Hey! Oh, I thought you were someone else. Bernie!
Damn it!
One more time.
If you like pina colada,
let's toast.
Making love in the rain,
let's love.
Skinny dipping in the ocean,
it feels good.
Pampered and entertained.
Take it home.
If you like making love at midnight, this can be so insane. Then I'm the man you should look for. Come with me and escape, escape.
So hot, too hot.
Wow.
Caribbean escape.
weed shame from the garden of your lips. Cleanse silence of attained perpetual violence. Grow righteous tongues and loving hands of truth. Pour your tears, harvest health, guide our youth.
Your power, your love is pure. Replenish the earth with your essence, yeah. There's so much you endure. Touch everyone with this message, yeah.
One thing that I know for sure, it's time that we start to restore. Say violence on women no more. Hey, let me see you put your hands up, so we can put our hands down. I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part.
We will no longer be silent.
I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part. Stand up to family violence. Let me see your hands in the air.
If you hear me over there,
We no longer living in fear.
stop the violence everywhere.
We doing it together, 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 together.
You and me together, 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 together. Oh,
My son, now you can destroy that flower you love is a blessing, yeah. The petals they bring you joy. Listen, we'll teach you a lesson, yeah.
one thing that I know for sure,
It's time that we start to restore. Say violence on girls no more. Hey, I want you to put your hands up,
so we can put our hands down.
I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part. We will no longer be silent.
I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part.
Stand up to family violence. Let me see your hands in the air.
If you hear me over there,
We no longer living in fear.
stop the violence everywhere.
We doing it together, 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 together. You and me.
Together, 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 together.
To the daddy, doula, healer, teacher, you. Staring change, painting old patterns new. For little girls to know autonomy, for us all to grow humanity. Thanks, champion, we need you.
One thing that I know for sure,
It's time that we start to restore.
the violence on women no more. Hey,
Let me see you put your hands up, so we can put our hands down. I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part.
we will no longer be silent.
I want you to stand up and play your part. Play your part.
Stand up to domestic violence.
Let me see your hands in the air.
If you hear me over there,
We no longer living in fear.
stop the violence everywhere.
We doing it together, 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 together. You and me together, 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 together. Alright. You and me, unity. Play your part, lady. Come on, yeah.
Come on, everybody, let me go. Come on, everybody, let me go. Why now, way? Come on, everybody, let me go. Come on, everybody, let me go. Why now, way? Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock. New dance running the place, exercising your sexy ways. it causing a roadblock, roadblock. You could wind the Caribbean way when the beat and the soca play. Moving left, right, tick tock, everywhere you go. We seeing more and more. Tick tock, left to right is like a clock. Tick tock, so much fun you'll never stop. Tick tock, make you wanna dance your life away. There we go. Wine away. Wine away. Tick tock, tick tock, tick. Tick tock, tick. Come on, everybody, let me go. Come on, everybody, let me go. Tick tock, tick. This is when you feel it in your soul. This is when you feel it in your soul. When soca play. This is when you feel it in your soul. This is when you feel it in your soul. When soca play. Here we go. Oh, wine away. Oh, when soca play. Oh, wine away. Oh, when soca play.
Listen, they fuss and fight and prepare for war. We prefer to jump up and wind down all in the street. Wind down all in the street. They fuss and fight and prepare for war. We prefer to jump up and wind down all in the street. Wind down all in the street. It's the way how we winding, they say. How we looking, they say. How we cooking, they say. What you put in, they say. How when you look, then turn up. How when you look is then turn up to see 1,000 and we jumping behind a truck. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. They fuss and fight and prepare for war. We prefer to jump up and wind down all in the street. Wind down all in the street. They fuss and fight and prepare for war. We prefer to jump up and wind down all in the street. Wind down all in the street. Come out to your hole. Let the whole world know. This is how we roll. Let them see. Darling, we is we. And when 1,000 are we jumping behind a truck. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Take a walk down behind the truck. Take a walk down behind the truck. Take a walk down behind the truck. Take a walk. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian. Nothing sweeter than we. Nothing sweeter than a West Indian.
Ahead of Patricia Duncan Sutherland with just 10 boxes left to count in Eastern St. Andrew. Favour Williams at this stage. I didn't expect. I don't know any pundit who would have predicted that the race would have
The opposition People's National Party has now launched its